our first game right now. Already underway. We got Shaggy flying through the air. Pushing the ball downfield against us. Ooh, and a very good shot by Spartan Bug right down the center. Cherry picking that shot beautifully. Okay. Beautiful shot. We're seeing Blue once again taking that first ball. Subi Satan trying to react, but unable to. Frosty trying to push and clear the ball out some. Another beautiful shot, but Subi Satan is able to push that ball out and try and clear it. The team, for the first time, really struggling to get the ball out of their goal. Real close save there by Killer Dev. Blue going for another one. Orange just not able to clear this ball out. Killer Dev doing his best to get the ball down the field. Oh, and Justin.
Just missing the save.
I think that he thought that one was not in. But it was a decimating attack by Blue on that one. Spartan Bug up in the air. Ismail trying to get the ball, pushing it downfield.
Centered well. Good save. Clear the ball.
Ball cleared to the blue side of the field for what feels like the first time this entire game. Killer Dev doing his best to get a handle on it, but unable to. Frosty missing the save.
Shaggy just lifts it up and over for the goal past all three defenders. Beautiful shot. And Blue's out to a quick 3-0 lead.
Really taking control of the pace of this game. We have a lot going on right now. Frosty moving the ball. Shaggy stealing it, almost putting it in the goal. Subi Sane kicking the ball out. Killer Dev still trying to make some space and get a good clear going here. But the blue team is just relentless. Killer Dev kicking it, going off the top.
Just misses a clear shot.
This Wilson team has been on the ropes the entire game. They have not been able to get a good shot, and Blue clearing it instantly.
Shaggy sets up.
There's Killer Dev. Oh.
Great save, long shot, and a goal from deep. Wow. Top corner and perfectly put in there.
Yes, it was. We got Killer Dev going back to get some boost. Frosty in the thing, in the pitch, and Subi Satan pushing downfield. First time it feels like they're in control on the blue side of the field. Getting a demo, Killer Dev. Ball, for the first time, looked like it was about to go in before it was just popped right back out by what looked like Spartan Bug. Killer Dev going for a clear, getting it downfield, going for a demo. Then we have Subi Satan kicking the ball out. Ooh, another demo,
shot.
but this time, just
missed.
hits off the back of the floorboard. Killer Dev trying to get some momentum going. And then we have Subi Satan trying to keep it on the blue side of the field. Killer Dev still touching the ball, hoping he can keep it there. The goal's not open, but it's definitely not defended. Spartan Bug doing his best to get the ball in position.
Here to the blue side of the field and hit right back. Some aerial missing. And then cleared by Frosty. Shot wide. Another shot saved by Subi Satan. Down to the blue side of the pitch. Frosty trying to make a move.
Killer Dev finally pushing back.
Center
Frosty
well.
not quite in position where he needs to be.
Shaggy just misses high, but the ball is still centered. Ball almost cleared again. Shaggy centers it. Ismail just misses on the aerial. A long shot just wide of the goal. Another shot that just misses up. Orange got a couple chances towards the end of this one, but the beginning pressure from Blue just seems insurmountable at this point.
We're seeing Orange play on their side of the field. It looks like Blue's just trying to play that defensive game with the lead they have. It's a good strategy. But let's see how it plays out. Shaggy saying,
Shaggy
I don't want to play
wide
defensive, and from half court, throwing it into the
You can only play defensive so long, and when given an open shot like that, you just have to take it. Another long shot saved by Killer Dev. And that'll be the first game. Blue is up in the series now 1-0 after a decisive 5-0 victory. Killer Dev did apply some pressure. We saw a couple of good shots on goal from the Orange team, but nothing really consistent. Blue was able to get that pressure up early, scoring quickly, scoring fairly often, and at the end there we saw them just basically playing keep away and doing a fairly decent job of making Orange really work for it and not getting rewarded for much of their efforts there.
There is going to be a switch out now. Kufo is going to be switching in for Soupy Satan. And the original starting lineup is going to be taking the field now. We're just going to switch those few people out and see how that works for them.
Quick call to the bullpen.
Oh, it looks like they're starting anyway.
Running it back with the same teams. Orange might just have ran out of time there to make a substitution that they wanted to make. And Killer Dev scores early. Orange does what they were unable to do in the first game and scores a goal. Now 1-0 for the Wilson team after that goal by Killer Dev.
Killer Dev really showing he's a leader on this team, being there when they need him. Shaggy once again trying to use some aerial work, see if he can get it into the goal. 3 Orange defenders land on that to stop it though. We see a block and Frosty's out here clearing, getting it back to center. Spartan Bug going for almost hitting it in. To an almost open goal, except Killer Dev's able to get a bumper on it. Pushing out on that. Too bad he was charge deprived and he wasn't able to capitalize on it, but that was almost one heck of a play. Frosty pushing down, but Shaggy is able to defend.
Shaggy puts it up, centers it for himself, and is able to put it in.
A disgusting play by Shaggy. Truly a great play. With the title Spinning Car Wizard, I'm not surprised.
You can say that again.
All right, we have Killer Dev going for the tee off here. Spartan Bug and Ismail are behind. Killer Dev on the wall, ready to take the ball. Frosty up ahead with him.
Just not able to make contact there for Super Satan. And Killer
Spartan
Dev.
Bug trying. Ismail also trying. Orange doing a much better job now of holding their ground against this dominant blue team. Killer Dev pushing the ball downhill, giving a good clear.
Great clear. Ball is
It doesn't
centered.
look like they have much of an offensive option here, but just not having the ball on their side of the field is got to be something that they are happy about. A stop by their own blue team. Blue takes a shot on what feels like an open net and misses. Subi Satan pushing the ball downfield, but stopped in his track by Shaggy. Frosty reading that aerial beautifully. Spartan Bug pushing it into the front.
For himself.
Ooh, and self gold.
What looked like
We gotta watch that again.
a valiant
Killer
attempt for a
Dev.
save, just unable to make it happen.
We had
Blue back up to a 2-1 lead after we did see Orange score the first goal of the game. Blue getting a little bit back into the rhythm that we saw at the beginning of last game, keeping the ball up in Orange territory, really making them work for it just to get the ball into Blue territory. Enough can't be said about that. It's really making Orange work just to, like I said, make this game feel even competitive right now. Much less getting a good offensive look and trying to respond with a goal of their own at this point.
Shaggy going for another complex shot there. Stopped in his track by Killer Dev.
Spartan Bug keeps the ball close and sets it up perfectly for Ismail to score, giving Blue Team now a 3-1 advantage. A lot of very tricky and difficult aerial spins and maneuvers that we've seen from Blue Team so far today.
Shaggy being the first off the blue team for that kickoff. Killer Dev and Subi Satan going for it. Killer Dev blocking that shot, and then going to follow up on the ball. We had Subi Satan meeting in the air, but nothing came of it. This is shocking. This is the first time that our Rocket League team has really been facing what feels like a very good and skilled opponent. Because up to this point, we have had an undefeated season, and it is interesting to see our first loss in a match, in a round, not a match. This match is far from over, and I'm positive that Killer Dev, Subi Satan, and Frosty are going to keep persevering. Look at that shot with 40 seconds left. I know what Killer Dev is looking for. He wants that tie. He wants to go into overtime. He feels that's where his team's going to excel. This is far from over, folks. We got Frosty going. Killer Dev. Shaggy's thinking he can get an aerial and just being denied by Killer Dev.
Ball is down in Blue territory. Rotation comes in. Frosty centers it up. And gets
Frosty
there to put a play on the ball.
Killer Dev could have had it, but it was too far above the bar.
Shaggy with a phenomenal save. Killer Dev comes flying in and is rejected.
Spartan Bug being a hero of the hour right there. Shaggy taking a shot. And scoring it. Monumental play by Shaggy.
Staying with it. Oof.
Impressive the amount of follow-up he had on that shot right there.
Absolutely.
We have 4 seconds left. Still going to play it out. The timer will not give up until it hits the ground, and that'll be 2-0 for Blue. Blue is, of course, our MRHS Falcons, I believe. No, it's not. It is the Davies Varsity Rocket League. Davies Career Tech High School. Subi Satan's going to be switched out now for Zaxxon. And that was just 2 very good games by Davies Varsity. Interesting to see how the post game, how ready that looks.
Absolutely. Getting ready to load in for game 3. Wilson faces a 2-0 deficit in the series.
Seeing some cars switch up while the other team's staying with their Stocktain.
Blue again, keeping it in the orange zone, staying very aggressive early on. Shaggy just not quite able to get the touch he needs. And Ismail just misses off the right upright.
And a beautiful tap in. Watching this on replay. Beautiful.
Wow.
A beautiful exhibition of aerial skills there.
Wow.
Ismail going for another aerial. Frosty able to clear. Shaggy going to bring it back down to orange side of the field. And Frosty coming back to rotate in. Killer Dev trying to clear out. Shaggy saying not today. Spartan Bug pushing it back.
Spartan Bug centers. Good rotation for Blue.
Got a Demmer from Killer Dev.
Killer Dev again, trying to clear. Spartan Bug
taking a half-hearted shot.
We did see the ball get to Blue's side momentarily as there's a shot that goes wide. A center and a clear by Ismail, who might have a play at a goal here. Save there made.
Frosty able to come back at the last second and stop it.
Ismail again makes a touch on a spiraling aerial. Shaggy just cannot make contact there, but Ismail is in the back to clear it out. Killer Dev and Ismail going at it. Ball comes back around. Shaggy will play it back into orange territory, back over to Blue. Spartan Bug gets a hit on it. Killer Dev makes contact, centers back up. And there is a goal for orange. Way to stick with it after the self-center and a couple of interesting jostles for the ball there by Blue.
Almost looked like a self-goal by Blue. They were really tripping over each other on that one.
played down by Blue. Killer Dev unable to get it out of the corner. But trying to make a play here.
And that looks like it'll be off the top, but...
Oh, and a rebound for Ismail.
Ismail able to push it in at the last second on the rebound.
Just sticking with it and not giving up. Ball down right in front of the goal. Spartan Bug puts it on. Killer Dev hits it around, clears it down to Blue side. He's able to put it down into the middle of the pitch. And what looked like it could have been a decent opportunity there for Orange ends up in another clear. Some miscommunication and jostling amongst teammates. And another save there by Killer Dev, who has been putting on as much of a clinic as you can in the losing effort we've seen so far.
I think the biggest thing to take away from this is that the Supersonic Bulldogs are not quitting. There hasn't been any lack of hustle on their part. They are still going after that ball and trying to block this unrelenting force of the blue team and holding them at bay, as opposed to our first game, which was in some ways very one-sided.
Absolutely. The difference between game 1 and game 3, as we've seen so far, is just, it's night and day, realistically. I mean, just the amount of pressure that we saw put on by Blue was immense, and then with the lead that they had, they were able to just play a very passive defensive game. Ismail almost puts it in again, following up another long clear of zone. Frosty there making a play on the ball.
Shaggy going in and knocking it in after a tactical demo.
Really well played.
A beautiful shot there. "30 seconds remaining in this, the third game."
Shaggy recenters it, keeps the ball in the air. The longer it's up there, the more time it wastes. Killer Dev playing it off of the wall.
Shaggy able to get it in. 7 seconds left. Frosty trying to knock it in, unable to, giving the Bulldogs what appears to be just the last second of hope to get one more point. And that is the end of the game and the end of the Bulldogs winning streak. We see here a dominating first two matches by the blue team, and the Bulldogs doing their best to hold it out, but unable to match them in ferocity. Beautiful game, and we love to see it happen. Sad to see our Bulldogs lose, though, even though it is their first loss of the season.
Crazy, crazy turn of events in this one. And again, just a real good turnaround for the Bulldogs, putting in the effort there at the end, but unable to overcome a very, very strong team.
That'll be all for today for me. I'm Matt Citrone.
And I am Matt Cuck.
And remember to stay excellent to each other